Most welcome to my channel. I'm Charlotte Cheese. So today let's address the lungs, what it comes down to, and how it affects the 5 elements from which the body is made of. We are an organism that doesn't match the organism of the earth any longer. So we can definitely repair the lungs with the air element, the earth element, the let's say the light earth elements, then the ethers, the fire, and the water element. So how can we proceed into getting that clarity into the lungs if you suffer a lot from the flu, shortness of breath, mucus, having difficult breathing, dealing with various lung infections. There's so many infections, asthmatic compositions, or anything that has to do with your breathing respiratory system, then there's 5 things to address. First of all, let's address the earth element. Earth is anything what you allow yourself to bring into the body, including water, juices, food, including mental notes, including emotions. So all that is an earth element in combination with the air. So to clear the lungs, what we can do on a daily basis is take really loads of vitamin C, meaning if you juice like 3 huge lemons and then rejuice 1 gallon at least of carrot juice, 1 apple, and a huge chunk of ginger in that, and we drink that every day, that will clear out your lungs, your liver, your intestinal tract. So these 3 go together. Along with that, you could replace, if you take any coffee or if you want to support the clearing of your lungs on a higher level, I would suggest taking green tea, a huge spoon of fresh green tea with a huge spoon of black tea, and in that we put a spoon of curcuma and a huge spoon of ginger, and we cook that all these ingredients together, and we drink that all during the day. It will release lung infections, especially also the mucus in the lung, the phlegma actually going on, because if we breathe and the bronchial tubes are obstructed, then we cannot breathe into every single organ of the body, creating diseases, creating actually the aging process that is going on. So that is one suggestion, apart from leaving any animalistic foods behind, and especially flour that clogs up the lungs, but also the intestinal tract. So no flour, no wheat in your food, so you can replace anything that is pizza, spaghetti, and those sort of things by soy, or either way, there is cornbread, there's corn pasta or rice pasta. So these things will work a lot better as they bring a lot more light into the body. So that is one thing we could do. Opening up the lungs from its disease status into an expansion, where you address the trunk, the alveoli, the gas exchange. Actually, that is what we can do with a very easy exercise, also within the earth composition, and that is with lifting easy weights. So if you have some weights in home and you plant your feet very firm on the ground, you stretch your legs, and then you start just breathing. You hold up here, you hold your breath, and then you breathe out and you relax your muscles. You breathe in, tighten up your butt, your legs, your spinal column, and breathe out. Breathe in again, hold your breath, tighten up, And breathe out. Breathe in. Hold your breath. Tighten your legs, your butt, your spinal column. Breathe out. This exercise I would recommend, like you lift those weights 10 times and then you relax for a few breaths. You do that same cycle again 10 times, relax, and again 10 times. So you have about 30 lifts, and that will open the expansion, assist the breathing system to actually eliminate mucus in the body, slimes that are hanging around in the trunk, and that obstructs actually the pulmonary artery. So assisting that with good juices, good tea, and very light food, then you will get out these frequent easy diseases quite rapidly. On the other side, as we are living in a time in which we are releasing synthetic living, anything synthetic on the planet, mostly all vitamins are synthetic, so all we have left is going back into the origin and breathing back our light origin in the body. So reconnecting with light, with codes, geometry, numbers, anything the universe has been made of is part of us because we are stardust, right? And so the best way to start that process out is essentially with code. So a great code here to set yourself, always make sure you have your feet planted on the earth, so not having your legs crossed, because the energy of the earth, or light earth in better terms, need to circulate through your breathing system, so you can breathe in the light earth and you allow and invite actually the highway of the white way. White is great purification. It is elimination of the old synthetic feeding in the environment, uh, like breathing smoke, breathing toxins, breathing densities in the home, everywhere where you go, wherever that you are, maybe there is density if you don't have a crystalline grid that overrides the matrix, because the matrix was created to attack your lungs all of the time. So you would be kept in slavery. So overriding slavery, the first code here that we can apply is breathing through while you sit with your feet planted in the earth, calling forth the white, great dragon way, the white purification with a white cube. It is connected to the first tree of life, and also the design of the tree of life around us, which is a cube. A white cube which has all the universes within it. So to make it easier, I have here two axis positions put in that white cube. And that means that the final lines on the axis position will help you to move from synthetic earth living into celestial free breathing systems and free living. So the easiest way to do that is I'm calling for my white healing cube, the white great highest level purification dragon. Right now I breathe that in, you invite it, and when you breathe out, it starts circulating through the left lung. And you breathe in. You breathe in again. You invite that cube. Let it circulate. Let it spin out the density, the mucus, anything that is sort of an obstruction in your lungs, and let it move out with your out breath. And we repeat that like for 10 minutes. You breathe in again and you move that cube to the right lung. You breathe in, you hold your breath while it spins out, and you command and allow the negativity, the dust in your lungs to spin out whatever you may have in there, and you can command it that way, because that is taking command of your system and knowing that you can clear your system at any time. So breathe in, and now let's have a lemniscate. So running that cube from left to right lung, breathe out, and it moves through the spinal column all the way center earth, where we have violet flames flaming all that negativity, density, that heavy weight in your lungs out of your system. So that is one technique you can apply, and do that daily for at least 10 minutes or 15 minutes in the morning and at night. So these are two examples. Another one is opening here your pillar of light, get the fire engine back in, open self back up, and meaning every chakra system in your body needs to align back to a pillar of light that is connected to the great central sun, that is connected to your eternal vibration, and breathing the great central sun through when opening a huge tube of light that reconnects beyond all universes, which is your authenticity. And that is a third vibration that will definitely allow to get more vitamin D within. You can literally ask for vitamin D when living beyond synthetics in light earth, in a celestial embodiment, and that is what will happen then, because our cells are quickening very fast in vibration. Their quickening is faster than the medication on the earth can follow up with. So medication cannot work anymore, and that is reason why so many collapse under their own diseases, as the airplane was created upon diseases. So moving beyond that is the age of enlightenment, the return into pure light, and going through these stages essentially. Then we have the water composition, and when opening that up through the kidneys, especially the lymph nodes, and clearing the mud out of it, the mucus, we have those obstructions when having a difficulty in breathing and coughing, having that shortness of breath within. So that can also be healed when addressing the water in the body, drinking loads and loads of water, working with your kidneys and the lymph nodes, and working actually with the origin of the oceans through the body. So that are these four compositions are very, very important, because if we move our breathing system, like when we are lifting these weights, and we move our breath from the earth in the breath of light divine breathing system, and opening the spinal column through that system, and doing that consistently on a daily level, you will have great results in a week's time. So that is the earth, the air, the fire element, addressing the ethers that move up with the air element in a higher vibration. So we need to go beyond the density of the 6 dimension in which we feel the transitions, the difficulties, things that are going on, and that keeps the vibration on a very low frequency. So moving into these higher frequencies is what offers the solution. Realizing that clearing the lungs can no longer happen through the mundane, through any medication, through any vitamins on the planet, and yet also the foods contain not enough vitamins anymore, and I suggest taking these juices with like 3 huge lemons or even 4 or 5 a day. That is just, equating to like a survival elixir. With those teas, they will tremendously help you to move upward. But doing the exercises with the teas, with the juices, and these short meditations, that will essentially help you to go all the way. So detoxing the body, detoxing mentality and emotions is imperative in order to get the clearing through your lungs. But one important thing, what I would always suggest here, even if you try white light, you can look up the anatomy of the lungs on the computer. There's massive information. It's about getting into the detail of your lungs through the trunk, the branches, the alveoli sacs, and the left lung, the right lung, getting them healed out from the inside out. So your breath needs to move into a torus sort of angel wings configuration to do that. So I specialize with very, very high level lung diseases, getting the water out of the lung, getting the bad smell out of your breath. That is all about detoxing, right? And so when going or elongating the spinal column into your authenticity, so expanding the body, that needs about 3 sessions to go through. And here I had a very interesting experience with many people suffering from asthma and having difficulty breathing all of their life, not just during these last 3 or 4 years of nonsense, but like within 2 sessions, I would heal out somebody suffering a lifetime from asthma, just because, getting to the core level of mentality and emotions and what's connected to from birth on, then you can literally eliminate that consciousness out of the brain, heal out the lungs, and then of course I give a backup system, which is an MP3 you repeat for 3 times a day for a week, and you're completely done with that nonsense also, because there's no, like anybody can clear out their lungs and keep the outside world from attacking your energy field, attacking your space, attacking your purity and whatever there is. So there's many stages to go. And so the particular person, they would say like, I always feel so great when I'm in the session with you, and I feel you're lifting my vibration, I feel the energy is coming through, etc. But then again, after that, when you're gone, like my energy field lowers, I can't keep it up and that stuff. And the main reason for this is mainly or only due to the fact that that particular person trained in uploading or holding on to the crystalline light earth grid overriding the matrix, didn't realize we need to breathe that through every day, become it, live it, and become a living, breathing, meditational outlet in society. And once that got in and she did that every day, she felt the energies changing and changing and changing and upholding the vibrations coming through the entire cosmos, so to speak. So here, this is just a suggestion. Let me know here in the comments, do you clear your lungs? How do you do it? What do you apply? Because we can also apply numbers, we can apply other technologies like light code. I work a lot with light codes these days, as I design them as well on t-shirts and stuff, on apparel, to assist people to move a lot faster, because light codes, they are easily understood. It is design, it is beautiful, and people love working with it. So numbers, light codes, ray configurations are great for the lungs to resurrect. Even if you ask your source for a mathematical composition to heal your lungs, that will work as well. If you ask the universe and you believe you are in your faith and your truth, what you get from the universe in your meditational space, then you can move mountains. It's a matter of maintaining alignment. It's a matter of listening to alignment, and it's a matter of becoming your alignment. And that is where you can start out clearing your lungs, your heart circulation, and thus from there on, clear out the entire blood circulation, because that is basically what we all want. We want to become crystal clear in order to match the light on earth, because if you want to remain here for a long, long time, as the evacuation process has already started, and many people don't give a damn about staying here, or, you know, are just only interested in living their life and maybe enjoy, and that's okay as well. But for those who want to move forward, who want to do the work, who want to know their authenticity and their origin, who want to move beyond the Frankenstein type of medication from the pharmaceutical industries, from the current hospitals, we are moving into light regenerations through the body. So I think the young doctors coming up right now, they will work with light through their hands, through the energy field, as we are moving celestial, celestial, universal, then, or embodiment or energy field expand that way. And that is what is going to happen as well. If we can, you know, expand our energy like from 1 to 3 miles into 10 miles, imagine a group of people being with us, and we heal each other out with each outlet. We get these higher vibrations from the celestial universal realms right into the lungs, right into the energy field. That is magic happening. That is truly like, you know, in those times, like you will walk on water. And that is, you know, the thing that the pandemic thing was a necessity in order for us to move into light, because it gave us plenty of time to realize what we are, what our power is, what we came to do, what our authenticity is, and how to move back into the origin. Because if not, how boring is your life? There is no satisfaction in a simple a job, a family life, and whatever it is, because it suggests in the end you need to die anyway. So if you have great joy, no stress, if you are happy all of the time with family and job, then, oh, I would say, all right, but how many are? I would say, okay, because then you have also great capacity to move into your light environment and never get any disease into your family. So if you heal yourself out, then you can heal and every family member out, and you start out with healing the house environment. You start healing and clearing every room, so everybody gets into a higher vibration. So you're the main captain of the house when you move yourself into light. And so we can educate all of that. Pulling through a foundation into light is the least we can do in respect to our source, to the divine. Moving in that low consciousness of soul, that is what would break everybody, because it was manufactured to keep you from evolving, to keep you from moving into your authentic spirit self. Nothing to do with the broken veins of a soul that was created through duality. So once we understand how, why, what, when that was created, then we can decide to move out of it or decide to remain in the matrix of captivity, control, and manipulation. So it's up to us. So let me know in the comments. Are you interested to move into light? Do you want a foundation? Are you interested to go through a few months of complete change in the body, from a foundation into a celestial, celestial, and universal embodiment, where you start to know, get your database to, and where you start to know what your assignment is, what your true power is? Do you want it? Are you doing it? I mean, that is so interesting, because we could help out everybody if just, you know, if we would allow ourselves to communicate, allowing communication, allowing to say what remains within your liver, what you don't like about your life, what you struggle with. If we don't communicate it, then, you know, then we may have a hard time to move beyond it. So I would certainly suggest start healing, clearing your lungs, start healing, clearing your breathing system, get into the breathing system of light, and remove the soul, and that is what will bring the biggest changes everywhere on the planet, because it already started out, and we are at a point that we need a lot more light educators, a lot more light workers, educating physicians and scientists on the earth, because what is going on right now is truly rampant. Keeping out of it is the only message I have. Keeping as much in the home and allowing your joy in the home with your own creativity, allowing people you truly love in the home. That is what is going to bring true new happiness, a new way of building communities, and a new way of offering solution beyond solution beyond solution. So that is really what I have. So for those interested in going at least into a foundation of self-mastery and the eternal self, the eternal healer, is where you get initiated in eternity through your hands, and you open your lungs and you breathe that through, and you heal out every single organ within your entire organism. And that comes down to moving up into the entire system we are part of, and that is our stardom. Becoming a star is allowing your spark self to integrate within its authenticity. Right now, sparks cannot integrate. They remain somewhere above your head, and so that is reason why there's so much very low information that doesn't come from your authentic spark, that is degraded by the soul and not your spirit self. And so you see the difference between somebody speaking from light knowledge or somebody speaking from the earth knowledge, which most of the time comes down to nonsense, because it takes too much work. It takes too much, you know, recycling consciousness. And so you start cycling, recycling, redoing it again, and never getting out of that entire cycling. So cycling out of the old is what I have for you as well. If you want to do short things, at least getting into the breathing system of light and starting out to heal your lungs. So for those willing to do individuals with me on the lungs, anything else, mentality, or clearing out certain diseases or mentality, emotions, whatever, it's all there in the description box. So please leave me a comment. I love that. I want to know where you are at, where you want to go, and what your view is on healing yourself. So thank you so much for being with me, subscribing, liking the channel so it can circulate through the entire Google machine, and so we can reconnect on a faster level. Thank you. I'm Charlotte Chi.